Hi, and welcome to Three Questions With. Got my buddy Don with us from Rhino XR Studios. Don, good morning. How are you?
Fantastic, Kevin. Good morning to you.
So why don't we start at the beginning, bud? Tell me about what you're doing.
All right. Well, we started with the mission of changing education in America and then beyond. And that actually started as a different company before Rhino XR Studios. And we did that, and we really started diving in. How do you change education? Really, how do you get people engaged? How do you get people that want to be involved? And that's where we really went down the avenue of virtual reality and augmented reality. And from there, we actually launched a studio. And our studio has grown to the point where we're now over 80 people. So very rapid growth. And our whole build now is really what's called the Megaverse Metaverse, which is a family-friendly, commerce-driven metaverse that has education in mind. It's actually education-driven.
That's kind of neat. So what type of companies are using this then, Don?
So there's actually, there's a lot of companies that are looking at the metaverse. How do you use it? The challenge with the metaverse is most people look at the metaverse as a gaming site or engine or something having to do with gaming. And what we're actually doing is we're bringing practicality, productivity, and tools into the metaverse to help people live better, to help companies brand better, and really to bring, like I said, education into a whole new dimension. And that's really what we're doing.
So Don, a company could have a space on the site, and that would allow companies to learn about them, to potentially even shop with them?
Oh, without a doubt, we are commerce driven. And so we actually have a lot of businesses that have already been purchasing land in Megaverse. And as they just go to rhinoxrstudios.com, they can actually purchase land there. But when they purchase the land, our land is built in the blockchain, so they have record of their ownership. But what they'll build is they'll build an office building. They'll build an office tower. They might build an experience. All right. So I'll give you an example of a couple of those, if you don't mind.
Yes.
So an office building. So I've got a gentleman, his name is Eric Stoller, and he owns a company called The Speaking. He's a speaking coach, actually. So his business name is Champion Mindset Events. And I'm actually speaking at one of his events live in Florida in a few weeks, right? But he wanted to bring his events virtual. So he hired us to create a virtual office space that is very realistic inside of our city, Megaverse, which we did. And so now every event that he hosts live, he also has a virtual event that's going on at the same time. So it's a hybrid, but people literally go there. And while they're there, he'll have different speakers on stage, and people will actually be able to purchase items from them, should they choose. They'll be able to subscribe. They'll be able to do all sorts of different things. We've got a furniture store that's looking to put their a gallery inside of Megaverse. What they're going to do is they're going to actually have a doorway on their website. And so when somebody goes to their regular website, it's going to say, hey, enter our virtual gallery inside of the Megaverse city in the metaverse. Click here. So when you click, because you don't need special equipment to go into our Megaverse, right? When you click, you go right into their showroom. You get to start, you literally walk into the website. So you start walking around the showroom, and all of a sudden somebody comes over to you and says, hey, can we help you? Can we answer some questions on the sofa, whatever it is, this table, this desk, and it looks real. And the beautiful thing is, because we're built for commerce, people can purchase that desk or that table or sofa or whatever it is right there in world from that furniture store, and it gets delivered to their real house.
Amazing.
It really is. It's wild. And the other thing is, we've added another revenue stream for them, because for people who come in and say, hey, you know what, I actually want a space here, I want an office here, or whatever it is, they can actually have virtual versions of that same furniture created and put into their house or their office. So it's a lot of fun.
Because you picked the right topic too, Don, this appeals to me, because I just bought some new furniture, and I literally went to 4 stores and struck out at all 4. They just didn't have what I
Wow.
was looking for. And then I ended up buying it, finding it online and buying it. So for your example, if I could have sat here and did that and looked around and says, geez, I like it, I don't like it, it would have saved me that time. And in today's world, that's everything is time.
It is.
I drove all over the place, and I probably got an ice cream on my way or something on to make up for it or something, chuckle. But it's really what it is. It's like, I got to make time. My wife wants me to look at this living room set with her before we buy it, which is cool, but it's time. So something like that would be super appealing because now you just eliminated the time I spent driving. I could go from store to store, find what I want, have it delivered without leaving my house. That's amazing.
Yeah, and it really is, but it's a different dynamic than what we're used to. These past couple of years being sort of stuck inside for a lot of people, they did a lot of e-commerce shopping. And e-commerce, I mean, it's strictly price typically, but you don't really know what you get. You can sort of ask a little chat bot some questions. But when you go into a space inside of our city, you literally are welcomed with people. There's actually humans there. This is not a bot. It's a human being on the other side that's there. They might be in avatar form, but it looks very real. And they can answer questions for you in voice. I mean, you hear them, you're talking with them. It's like talking with another person because technically you are. And so it's a whole different experience. And you get to see a lot more. All right. You think when you go into a furniture store, you walk all around that furniture store, there's beds over here, there's living room sets over here, and now you get other ideas. You see all these lamps and everything.
Yeah.
So you get all of these ideas. Whereas if you go online, you get a bed or you get a desk. So it's great for marketing, it's great for businesses, and it's great for consumers.
Now, I have one follow-up question. Now, I think we spoke about this. People are actually building businesses there, so I share like a shared office space where I can build a building and have other people have space in my building, right?
That's correct. Yeah, we have, if you're familiar with like the WeWorks and the Regises of the world, those types of businesses. So we've got people, one group is actually, they purchased 4 lots in our city. They're building a 100-story tower in there. And on each story, they'll have 4 larger offices, but all broken up. And they'll rent out over 1,000 units, easily over 1,000 units a month. And for a minute fraction of the cost of what it would cost to build something like that in real life.
Plus, it's giving other businesses a chance to take advantage of this too, where I may be like, you know what, I really just want to be in Don's building. There's similar businesses to mine, great referral partners. And if someone comes in the building, they're looking for all of our services. I think like health people, like look at all these health, financial people. Someone's coming in looking for a financial planner. They might be looking for insurance and banking services. Just such a unique way to market that, is kind of just coming live now that most people, again, when we had our conversation, it literally took me 5 minutes to go, okay, I know what he's doing now. The first 5 minutes, I was like, what? What are you doing? And then once I got, I'm like, oh, okay, this is really cool. But, it took me now a couple of minutes to get there. But once I saw it, I'm like, man, this is gonna be hot. People are gonna really like this because it's just a whole new way to market to new potential customers, which is what we all want in the end. So cool. So Don, what's the best way for people to reach out to you? How can they learn more then?
Easiest way is just go to Rhino XR Studios. That's I can move out of the way. Rhino XR, RHINO Studios.com. You can click on the Megaverse button and you can learn about Megaverse and land in Megaverse. You can certainly reach out to us by email or call our office. We're headquartered in Manchester, New Hampshire, and we are really excited for the future. And we're going to help businesses in a lot of very unique ways.
Awesome, Don. I really appreciate you taking a couple minutes to jump on the show. And as always, thanks for being my friend.
Hey, thanks for the opportunity, Kevin. You take care.